Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope you're doing well out there, and we are back on Le Mans Ultimate in a race that was pretty interesting. You could already see we're going off the track. The reason for that, we didn't do any practice before. This was the first time me driving the LMP2 around the fixed series around Imola for this week, and you can see the lap times we're struggling. We are so far off. The P1 time at 35.7, we are doing 37.3, and we are continuing to struggle a lot in our quali. I didn't know what the TC was to run, but in the end I was going back to what I ran in Qatar, and we're going off another time, which is not looking good. Also, the brake bias we changed lower. We ran a 70 brake pressure, 70%, and I just couldn't get it done. I just couldn't nail a lap. It was too difficult for me. We were literally using these laps for practice, and obviously we were racing on race fuel later on, and then we made a mistake. We locked up in that corner. Not the best spot to do that. So yeah, jumping into the race. If you enjoy Le Mans Ultimate, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and also activate the bell so we can go racing here. And it is time. Green lights, go, go, go. What can we do from the back? We were literally last in class, P11, and you can already see it's quite feisty how these people race here. This is a different sort of racing. It's not Formula, so you can make a bit of contact, but obviously you still need to be kind of gentle with the other drivers, otherwise you're risking damage and taking other people out. There's also safety rating, but we're already making one move, benefiting from the trouble ahead. Moving up into P10, and now we are trying to look for gaps, trying to look for mistakes from the others. And for the hairpin into sector 2, I was thinking, okay, we're going to commit to the inside, but then the yellow car was slowing down quite a lot. So the outside lane turned a bit quicker. We tried to go on the outside, but it didn't work. Then the yellow car kind of pulled ahead again. We're getting alongside with P8, sitting in P9 right now. Something happened to P1, I don't know. I think something with his wheel, so that's why we moved another place up. And we get into this high-speed left-hander and move ahead into P8. So another move done. Moving up quite quickly, but honestly, this race had everything. It was a roller coaster of emotions, and you will figure out why if you stick to the end. It just, honestly, guys, if you want to see more, let me know, because I'm enjoying Le Mans Ultimate a lot. I had a bit of PC issues on my rig in Germany, but yeah, like I enjoyed so much. It's so much fun. We're racing on single screen. Sorry that my camera's so small. I changed it from 60 FPS because it had a delay and like a lot of zoom to whatever we are running here. It just doesn't look great. I should have zoomed in a little bit more. But yeah, we have a new cam position, which kind of refers to the old streams again. We are closing back into the cars in front. There's a little bit of chaos, and I think someone is running a bit wide at the exit of the chicane, and we are chucking in behind him into the toe. Positioning on the outside, which is not the best location, especially in these super understeery cars. In fix, honestly, guys, these cars, they are like boats. They don't turn. They don't turn. And you lock and you lock and you lock the tires. It's very understeery. And they keep on fighting the same guy ahead. They make contact, and I benefit again from it, so we get past the yellow car, Rivoli. And now I was optimistic looking into the next corner, and I don't think he expected it, because he was turning in and saw, oh wait, there's another car. And so we moved another place up, already into P6, trying to catch the top 5. And we also do so. We actually close in, and now we have Astione in front of us. We had a great fight with purple for the first time in the final sector, so we are kind of getting used to these cars more and more. Now into the chicane, we're trying to do a switchback, but someone gets pushed off again, and we go past. Mate, this guy, either he defended or whatever, but he lost at least 2 positions, maybe 3 in one corner. That's ridiculous. I would have been pissed. And now we try and get another switchback here. Honestly, so far we are just using our racecraft to use the others to kind of see where the pace is, kind of copy their lines, see what they are doing to progress quicker, and also keep a little bit of distance, but be in the right spot at the right time just to slide through and climb these places so we actually can move up the field. I mean, a last to first is difficult but doable, and we make a bit of contact here in turn 1. In turn 2, not so much, but in turn 3, we make a bit of contact again and we go through. I mean, rubbing's racing, but what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments below. Do you think this move was dirty? I think it was tough. Looking at it, probably a bit too dirty from my end. I mean, kind of, I held him. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Simracing stewards, into the comments to actually let me know if I'm a dirty driver or if that's okay. And now in lap 6 at the end, actually, we still had a bit of fuel. I think that the driver ahead makes a mistake. We're trying to improve. We also do so for the first time into the 36s. Still 4 tenths off the guy in front. The guy in front was so much quicker. And now we were also facing some really terrible traffic, which slowed us down quite a lot. But hey, at least we got through. In the end, in this lobby, we had so much luck. And you can see the guy ahead is the fastest in the lobby at the moment, 36.1. And we are still struggling. And I got also pissed at this guy. That's why I was flashing. But yeah, I still need to be a bit smarter about traffic. It's a bit tricky with these GT3 drivers. I mean, I need to go past without touching them. And the car ahead literally spun and I get distracted by it. Lock up and now Asione is fighting back at us. Nearly going back through. But we fortunately closed the gap, so there was no chance of him getting into that position. And now in lap 10, actually, we only need to pit 1 lap later because we had full fuel. Keinsel went into the pits. I don't really understand why. And later on, this is also going to be interesting. Now again, we are trying to get past the traffic. The GT3 head was turning in early just to show us he's not letting us through in the inside. I got pissed, I gave him the flash again. And behind we have Asione waiting for us to make a mistake with the traffic so he can slide through. And that is one tactical, strategic element. Look at it behind. Now Asione is losing it because the GT3 just closes the door and we benefit from that. These sort of things he was looking for, that it happens to us, which it didn't, fortunately. And now we also go past more of the traffic, slide through or slice through like a hot knife in butter. And again, another car where we are going for a very optimistic overtake. And you can see he has a light snap of oversteer. Man, honestly, I don't want to be a GT3 driver, but the GT3 drivers, they also piss me off. And when we wanted to pit, we also had a GT3 driver there. First time going into the pit lane, we kind of do okay with the pit lane entrance. And we have to refuel. And when we come back out, Nonnenmacher, I don't know how he did that, but he overcut so many people. He was literally right behind us. I think he was 2 positions behind us before the pit stops. We lost either so much time in the traffic, and Keinsel is still ahead, so even though he had to refuel, he was still ahead. And look at this, GT3, that's a legend. He just lets me through. He doesn't have to, but I was really appreciative about it. And we are closing more and more on Keinsel, another GT3 driver moving out of the way. Only 1.5 seconds to go, and there's a lot of laps remaining. It's 6 laps remaining. Now we have a bit of traffic which loses us time again, and we're doing this move again, but this time no oversteer for the car behind. We nearly make contact though. And ahead the GT3 drivers are also colliding. I was hoping for some carnage maybe with Keinsel, that he actually suffers a little bit from that, but it didn't look like it. And now again, traffic action. Need to make sure that you don't lose too much time, because Keinsel is also moving ahead. If we can get a clean braking zone and then maybe slice back through. We got hit from the BMW behind, but that's not a big issue. We didn't get any damage or anything. Also here we move past, as long as we don't lose too much time. And now we were close. And I wanted to see if we can actually close back into the gap with him. And he makes a mistake, but I think he went early into the pits. And then, not just early, but also he seems like he's lift and coasting into some of these corners. So I think he has a slight fuel issue, and he closes the door this time, not like the other guy. But into the next corner, we are really optimistic, and we send one down the inside into the hairpin, into sector 2. And we actually make a bit of contact with our rear part of the car, the rear body. Side by side, up the hill. Can we outbrake him? For the left-hander, we are in a good position, and he lifts early. So now we are into P2 with 8 minutes to go, trying to chase P1. And I'm taking you now for my fastest lap of the race, which still wasn't ideal. But hey, at least something, you know? At least something. We are gaining a little bit. At the beginning, you could see what's happening in quali. We were in the 37s in quali with low fuel. Now we are on old tires, similar fuel. So we definitely improved quite a bit. And look at it, the GT3s, they were so kind, no blocking, no nothing. And there's still a lot of lap time on the table. I think leaderboard P1 is actually former esports driver David Tunitsa. But we were close to getting into the 36s, and right now on the Delta, we are going into the 35, sorry. The P1 time is a 35.0, which could also be on a couple of fresh tires. If you have a big gap, you can definitely go for fresh tires, and then you should be flying. There's not too much traffic on this track. You can see it on the minimap, and we do a 36.0, so fastest lap of the race at least. And we wanted more, so we did the same mistake like in quali, because look at the brake price, 47.8. I was thinking I could run that, and I couldn't, and my alignment was completely damaged. And I was like, oh man, it's only one lap to go after this. We can do this. But through the chicane, I carry too much speed and turn too much, and we spin again with the damage. And now actually Nonnenmacher is taking advantage of that. And can he make it through? Yes, he does. So now we have to somehow find a way to get back into P2 with only one lap to go. And a lot of damage. We have rear damage. We have rear suspension damage. A GT3 car going off. It's 0.8 seconds to Nonnenmacher. Can we actually close in through the gap, through the lap? And so far we are actually catching him quite a bit. 0.5 instead of 0.6, 0.4. Can we get a good braking zone in the chicane? It's 0.3, 0.4, 0.3, and it's going down to 0.2. He gets a better run at the exit. We're trying to fake a move, and we nearly lose the car again into the penultimate corner. Now he gets obviously a slightly bigger gap, but we're closing back in the final corner. And can we maybe do it to the line? No, it doesn't look like it. The toe is just not strong enough. But guys, if you enjoyed this, I love these races. If you want to see more, let me know. And GG's to everyone that was racing, that was live on stream. I will see you in the next one. You're Marcel. Peace.